Today's diet inspiration is a 13-year-old boy who likes South Park. Hello! That's uneven. This is not even, but we're gonna roll with this. Hi! I'm your unemployed friend on a Thursday afternoon. To be fair, it's not like I don't work at all. I do work. I work all the time actually, but I'm unemployed. My week looks very different to regular humans. I have not been employed since March 2022. Yes. Time is not something I can conceptualize. You might ask how I make a living. Honestly, I don't know. At this point, I'm just like, oh, I hope I get a job soon. I have no way of getting them. I'm just genuinely counting on my luck. It has not let me down still yet, I guess. The winter is rough because it's not the season for freelancers. But we're not gonna get into it. Like, it's summer, it's the season. It's the season. It's when you get the jobs. So I'm getting the jobs. And I try not to think about winter. I should be saving up for winter, but I'm not making that much to even save up for the winter. So I don't know what I'm gonna do in winter. I will update you on that. What I consider a win, personally, is that I can spend half of my day on a trip to a zoo and then spend the rest of the day cleaning and repotting plants just because I felt like it. Like, middle of the week, lots of deadlines, but I just decide to take this day and spend it in such a way. Yeah. And there's no one to stop me. There's no one to tell me, oh, you can do it. Like, it's just up to me. Look how pretty they are now. What the fuck happened to my voice? Look how pretty they are now. Oh my god. They have space to grow. And they are so cute. I fucking love succulents. Succulent, whatever, you know. I would die for those bitches. They are so cute. So cute. So cute. Oh my god, so cute. And there's mint. I was worried that it wasn't growing, but it started growing. It's growing now. And I also have this guy. He really needed space, so I hope he starts growing because he had his roots coming out underneath. So obviously he didn't want to grow in these conditions. Oh my god, it's so dark. Never mind. And there are my babies. When I was on that trip, those dried roses fell into the spot. You can see where. Yeah. Unfortunately, the plants that were covered by the roses for like a couple days, I don't know how many, they seem to be dying. And I'm very upset about it, but it never fell before, so I could not see that coming. And this is a new guy. And more succulents. I don't know what's going on with him. Why are you doing this? These are his roots just coming out of here above the soil. Why? And he's like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? But I still love him. He's cute. More mint. And even more mint. And more cactuses. Mind you, there are some losses sometimes also. Of course there are. Hi. It's 2 a.m. I literally just came home. Not because I was out having fun on a Sunday evening.
I've been working the whole day, and I basically just finished. I just came home from work, and I have not had time for anything lately, and I feel very burnt out, and I don't have time to sleep. And some weeks are nice, some are not.
We'll come back to this point later though.
Oj! Tup. O Boże!
Malina, ty masz 15 lat? Czy jesteś dorosła?
Jezu, jakie słodkie!
I have a lot of opinions about the system, the politics, the structures in place in our society, about money and work and career and achievement. I have a lot of those and I feel like I talk about them frankly, but this is not the video about that. This is not a deep dive into capitalism. This is my love letter to being a free human. Only a few years ago, I would find it so ridiculous to not always be in a rush. I used to be so anxiety and fear driven, and every day was just a fight for myself to be as productive as I can, to give it my all, to get as much done as I can, to keep motivating myself and finding new ways to motivate myself. And I remember at one point I did those schedules for myself that I tried to force myself into because I dropped out of university and I didn't have a stable job, and I was just kind of lost at that point in life. So I decided if there's no structure for me right now, I'm going to create this structure for myself, because I was so scared of wasting time and doing nothing. I remember when I tried to squeeze so many things into the schedule. I wanted to do the self-care, I wanted to do the cleaning, I wanted to learn a new language, or free, I think it was free actually. Work out every day, go for walks for mental health. I decided to study certain things on my own, because I wasn't going to school anymore, so I was like, I'm going to enforce this learning schedule on myself to, keep up the productivity because that was the most important thing to do. When I put everything on the paper that I wanted to get done in one day, I didn't have time to sleep. Oh my god! It was wake up at 7, go to sleep at 11 p.m. and there was so little time to have coffee and eat breakfast and go to the bathroom. And I had one short break in the middle of the day scheduled. And there was just no rest. There was no freedom, no free space in the schedule. And obviously I couldn't keep up with it because it was so wildly unrealistic, because I also scheduled things on the weekends, and I scheduled half days on the weekends, and I was like, yeah, that's gonna do it. That's gonna be fine. And that's just pure insanity, the way this capitalistic world brainwashed me into thinking that I only have value as a human if I'm productive beyond my capacity. I felt genuinely filled with fear and dread at the thought that I can't keep up with this schedule. I was like, if I don't keep up with it, I am worthless as a human being. And I had so much resistance towards changing that whole way of thinking, of of time, watching a movie in the evening is still so hard for me. Even now, I find it so hard to actually sit down and be like, I'm just gonna watch a movie or a TV show, and I know it's gonna take a while, that I won't be productive in any type of way, and I have to be like done with everything, and allowing myself to be intentional with my rest and enjoyment is still hard for me, which is an awful loop, because often I find myself procrastinating, and I'm not resting, but I'm also not doing anything, and I'm just distracting myself from the fact that I feel like I should be doing something else, and I'm not doing anything. But that's another topic. The point is, gradually I discovered how fucking fantastic life is if you don't count the hours, if you don't think about time outside of work or learning, studying some type of betterment as a waste of time. You are just so much happier by default. I would have felt so guilty about going to a zoo on a random Wednesday and then cleaning my place without any rush and spontaneously starting to repot my plants and enjoying a summer day without any work to do, without anything really productive on my agenda. It's funny because it's like right now it's 1:30 on a Friday. I had one meeting at 11 and I have some plans what I'm gonna do, but you know, I can just take a break in the middle of the day to record a vlog. That's fucking crazy. Like, can you imagine just being at your office and that's 1:30 being like, let me just take half an hour, or I don't know, I think I'm gonna go and cook myself pasta because I saw my roommate eating pasta like an hour ago and I was like, oh, I want pasta, so I'm just gonna go and eat some pasta and then I will just go back to work, and then probably something will distract me, and then I will go back to work, and maybe I don't even know how much time I spent working, and I love that. Like, it doesn't matter as long as I get the job done within the deadlines. What does it matter? I just love the freedom. I love the freedom of it. I love there's no structure to my day. I can just do whatever the fuck I want, and it all depends on me. I don't have anyone hovering over me and telling me what to do. I hate that. I always hated that. And now I am going back to work, to editing some other videos, not for YouTube, the paid ones, the ones that actually pay my bills. That's fun. It's tough, actually. It's really tough not knowing how much you'll make and having so many jobs at once. It's kind of tough. Maybe if I had better paying jobs, I could take less at once. Like 3 would be perfect, honestly. I don't know, but no, I don't know. On the other hand, I have ADHD, I thrive in chaos, and I love when there's a lot going on. I just wish there was no pressure to pay bills. And that I did get paid a bit better, because my rates are not exactly where I want them to be. You know, $100 is always better than nothing. So, and at the end of the day, I cannot focus for long enough on like the same thing over and over again, like doing the same job for years. Almost burnt my pasta trying to record the voiceover, but it's yummy. After my grandma died, she was such a cook and a baker. Like, she was the grandma, you know? She could do all those delicious things. And I really miss it, but after her death, I started baking, which is something I never was good at. Sometimes I feel like her spirit just comes over me and suddenly I know how to bake and I start talking like I know shit, like I don't. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm possessed by my grandma's spirit, and I made delicious cookies. I don't know if I can repeat that, because I could feel in that moment like, oh, that's not me. But that's definitely not me. I hope I can do that again, because they were so good, crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside, and so good, so good. And it's still something that I'm learning to just enjoy life, you know? Like, I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what to do with a free day, because I was so used to always having something that I should be doing or should have done or was late with. And now, even though most of the time I still have something to do and something I could be doing, or, you know, just the productivity never ends. There's always something to increase productivity or whatever, but I just don't care anymore. I get an invitation in the middle of the day, I just take it. I will enjoy myself. The work never ends, so it can also wait, like it's always gonna be there, right? Why should I always hurry to finish and to get more done and to increase this productivity if it's something that will never be of lack? And I used to find it so hard to do things just because. Just go to a park, not for mental health, not for exercise or, you know, any of those self-improvement reasons, but just go to a park because it's a nice weather and I want to look at the trees and green grass and feel the sunshine on my skin and breathe in some slightly fresher air and give myself space to not do anything, just walk in nature, somewhat nature. Like, even the things that I've been doing for years, they feel different to me now because I'm not thinking of them in terms of how is this improving me as a person, how is this helping me get ahead in life. I'm just doing my best to enjoy my days the best I can. Sometimes I get tired of work, as one does, and I'm like, ugh, everything sucks. But then I think I've been just browsing music for the past hour, trying to find the perfect music for the videos I have to edit. And I'm like, fuck, I get paid for this, like, what the fuck? And I never did that. And I think it's really fucked up that no one really tells you this, that you should enjoy your days. Everyone is always on and on about improvement, about increasing, about betterment, about development. Even topics like mindfulness and meditation and rest, it's all told through the lens of self-improvement and being more productive, because if you take breaks and rest, you give better performance. Well, fuck that, I say. Take a break and rest, because you are human and you are not here to perform. You are here to look at the damn trees and eat some nice ice cream on a summer day and not think about anything. Like, just enjoy yourself. You know? No one ever told me that. So I thought I would tell you that today. Please, just enjoy yourself, whatever you're doing. It smells so fucking good. I was like, is it from the restaurant outside? Because there's a Mexican restaurant bar kind of place right outside my window, but no, bitch, it's me. I made that. the universe is really testing my commitment to being the oasis I claim to be. Oh my god, shut up. God bless whoever needs help. As I'm editing this video, I've had some weird things happening lately, like... How do YouTubers do that? I'm literally blinding myself right now. Guys, I went on a tangent here. I just want to say I'm fine. I'm fine, and like I say later on, I did handle everything and mostly everything is fixed now. Don't mind my squeaky chair. I want to keep this part of the video in the video because I think it's important that you know, I'm being honest. This is where I was at, and I make a lot of valid points here, and this is, you know, if we're being honest, this happens. Yes. That type of state, emotional and career-wise, it happens. So I'm keeping it in, but I try to get through it as fast as possible. Oh my god. Stuff keeps just breaking around me. My phone is kind of all broken. Like I literally have it taped with the duct tape because the back of my phone is just falling off. The fan in my laptop stopped working. This is what we're working with. I put it up so it doesn't overheat and burn my processor, which is, you know, so fun for me because all my work is done on this laptop, and I mostly use heavy softwares that require a lot of CPU. So the washing machine broke 2 days ago. I also found some type of bugs in my bed, which seem to be from the plants that we have everywhere. But it's also not fun to have them in the bed, and I have to clean everything because it's disgusting. Thankfully my dad bought me a bug spray because I didn't even have enough money in the account to buy the bug spray, and I was supposed to pay my rent yesterday, but guess what? I didn't. I can pay like 40-something% approximately. And I've had a slowdown in my gigs, like actually they stopped entirely pretty much. I have one video to edit for like $10 basically, the equivalent of $10 for this lady. I do a lot of stuff for such, and I know we have a kind of personal relationship, so I work for like pennies for her. So the other clients, I've had some issues communicating with them, and they are really bad at responding and kind of chaotic. And I don't like this. I don't know. I sent some offers and I haven't had any responses. And I even made a post for this local Facebook group, which is very active and very supportive. It's like for women to advertise themselves or give job offers and like give advice, all kinds of support related to career for women only. It's like really positive, uplifting, female only space. And right when I made this post, the posts stopped kind of coming, and it was like 2 days ago or 3. And today the admins made the post that sorry for the slowdown, we're having some, you know, vacation type of work. We work non-profit, so the posts are being moderated really slow right now. Just when I submitted my post, being like I'm urgently looking for a job. So yeah, and that's just the last 3 days. It's just the last 3 days of things. I feel like I'm in such a chaotic spiral. Like I don't know. Like everything feels so wrong, and I don't know what I'm really supposed to do. Like I'm trying my best and I'm working to stay positive and so, you know, not giving in to anxiety. Of course, I ended up crying every day and having total downward spirals and mental breakdowns because I'm only human, and it's really stressful. It's really stressful, yes. So I feel just so overwhelmed. I almost cried today in the market when my mom asked me to pick a donut for her. I genuinely could not even pick up the donut. I was so overwhelmed. I still feel so overwhelmed with everything that simply asking me to make a simple choice like picking a donut for her, it was too much for me. It was too much for me in that moment. Yeah, I did cry afterwards. So that's where I'm at. That being said, I know I will get through it. I always get through everything and I do it myself. What I'm trying to say is, even though it's been so incredibly stressful, it is my choice to live more humbly, maybe, and it's a couple stressful days. Sometimes it's a few stressful weeks, sometimes it's even months. It happens. There are just tough months and weeks and days. And it's the same for everyone, really. Everyone has those periods that just feel chaotic and wrong. I'm still grateful that my default is not burnout and restriction. Because when I'm doing badly, which sometimes everyone is just doing not great, okay? But I know it will pass. I know I will figure it out and I will pay my rent somehow. I don't know, maybe I will be late. I was last month and my roommate had to lay down the money for me and it was really embarrassing. It was awful. I felt really awful about it. I still feel embarrassed and I feel even worse that this month that might also happen if I don't pay my part in like the next week or week and a half. She will probably have to cover for me again and it's awful. I don't like it. I'm really sorry for causing her this trouble and it's stressful. But I know I will pay her back. I know I will figure it out eventually. And when I'm doing okay, when I'm not doing badly, because I'm not always doing badly, when I'm not doing badly, my default is just peace, you know, and this freedom to just live my life how I want, day by day. Like, I'm making each day whatever I want to make it, and sometimes it's not the greatest choices, but they are my choices. It's not because I'm forced to, because I'm supposed to, or anything like that. It's my choice always. I cannot stress how grateful I am that I can do badly, that I can just stay in bed sometimes and just give up. I can do it. I have the liberty to just not do anything on a Thursday, to just give myself this day to cry and feel whatever I'm feeling and just not be productive, just be human, you know? And most people doesn't have this freedom to do that. And I think it's just so much more important to me to give myself whatever I need in the moment than to have this let's say stability or illusion of security. Yeah, having a stable source of income would be nice. So nice. But if I do have to pick, I'd rather have the freedom to give my body what it needs on a certain day, give my emotions space to exist. Really, to have a bad day, to have a crying day, to just be human, honestly, to just be human. And I'm so grateful that I have this opportunity to simply exist and not drag myself into work and force myself to push down feelings because I have to work and I can't, you know, work through whatever I'm experiencing. You know, push aside those really important things that should be worked through, but most people doesn't have the time and energy to reflect, to sit with themselves, to listen to themselves. Financial struggles are not great. They are not. But the space I have for growth as a human and the liberty I have to make my own choices and to make each day a choice, it's priceless. It's just it's everything to me. I'd rather have that. I think. It's been stressful lately, yes, but I'm working on getting myself back to a more neutral place. Gradually picking myself up, getting done the things that I'm not looking forward to getting done, putting on my big girl pants on, and facing the things I have to face at my own pace, on my own conditions, reminding myself that I have the freedom to do that, and it's a privilege, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to check out my Instagram and TikTok and subscribe and like this video. I don't know what I'm counting, like what? I have a weird vibe. I'm really careful not to say some things, you know, from the wrong place, because I'm not in exactly the right mind space right now, so I'm really thinking my words through. But thank you for sticking to the end of this video. I will see you in the next one, and you have a fantastic day, night, week, month, year, and entire life.